Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the launch day of Delta Force, a very anticipated FPS shooter made in Unreal Engine 5. And yeah, a free-to-play game which you can find straight on through their homepage, playdeltaforce.com, where you can download it, or if you want to, you can download it through Epic Games Store and Steam. You can also pre-register for the mobile version. But it's not launching quite yet. It's the PC version that has come out today. And yeah, being a PC gamer, here I am to tell you what you should do the first time you launch the game. Myself, I have downloaded it through Steam. So yeah, first you go into the game by pressing play, of course, and then you're gonna hit this screen where you get to choose from 3 different modes. Warfare, it's a battlefield, the battlefield mode kind of. Operations, you could compare it to Escape from Tarkov or other extraction shooters. Black Hawk Down haven't arrived quite yet, but it's gonna be the single player campaign mode. And whatever mode you choose from, if you choose operations, you're actually gonna get sent into a tutorial immediately. But I prefer to go into the settings initially. And in this game, I have realized there are some jumping puzzles, especially in Operation Game Mode, where you might want to have Automatic Airborne Mantle on. I think it's on by default, so it can certainly be a good choice to have here. Weapon switching via scroll wheel, it's if you want to scroll for weapon switching, scope magnification adapts automatically. The magnification rate of low power scopes will adjust adaptively based on FOV, so yeah, I guess you get some more zoom even with small scopes. And here is the hit marker effect color. I choose the blood to be red. You can have whatever color you choose to. But yeah, within this game I'm gonna have the red color. Mark with transparency and mark transparency is, yeah, if you want to be able to see through the mark wheel or not. And yeah, that's of your own choosing. Press to mark location in warfare mode. So yeah, it's if you want to tap or press to put out a marker. And here is choices or options now for the operations mode. Put marked items in safe box first, which is certainly a good thing. Safe box is similar to the Kappa container if you have played Escape from Tarkov. So should you die during a match, if you have saved the item in your safe box, you will still keep it even though you die. So it could be good to have different high value items. And here you can also put a threshold on how much the value should be for it to be automatically put into that container. And yeah, different items sorting on different separate rows. It's also if you want to sort in your stash. If you wanted to automatically sort stuff, you can also choose which order you want to sort the different types of gear and consumables, firearms, containers, etc. Initially I had it on, but the stash space is pretty small early on as you upgrade it through your gameplay later on. But yeah, so you can keep this on off, and then when you start to getting more used to the playstyle of the game mode of operations, you can start adjusting that a little bit to your own liking. And then we go into keyboard and mouse, mouse sensitivity. I like 250 in this game. I play with 800 DPI, 1000 Hertz, with the Logitech G Pro DeX. And then you can also have vertical sense or horizontal sense multipliers, as well as ADS sense multiplier, and yeah, different horizontal and ADS. And then you have these different choices here. You can choose MDV only, which is yeah, monitor distance coefficient. I'm not sure what the V stands for, but monitor distance coefficient converts 3D sensitivity to 2D sensitivity. Yeah, I tried a little bit of different ones of these. I played with set sensitivity per zoom, but then I felt the sense was very low with different scopes. So instead I swapped to MDV only, and with the monitor coefficient 133. It feels good for me, and you can try yourself, test it for yourself, whatever you like here. MDV seemed to be most fitting for me, coming from PUBG as my main game, and yeah, where ADS, where you can also adjust different scope sensitivities, for example. Then sensitivity transition mode is when you want the MDV to kick in, I guess, or the monitor distance coefficient. I do it during the ADS transition. Independent of offset optic control is, yeah, if you want to swap in between a canted sight, for example, and 4x or whatever, then you can do it during your ADS when you have toggle with switch optic. You can also independent offset optic, yeah, and hold and switch, for example, allows independent key binding. Okay, so you can also have different key binds for that swapping in between those two. And the inverted players are not that many, I would imagine. For the aircraft, it's pretty good to have, especially if you have played a lot of Battlefield, for example. You're probably used to having inverted when it comes to the aircraft. And yeah. Here is also sensitivity for third person in the vehicle, first person in the vehicle, some aim sensitivities. And yeah, MDV only is probably what I'm gonna play here as well. I will swap to MDV only on all of these and try it out. This is also like learn by doing, testing in game how you feel your sense are feeling within the gameplay, of course. So find your own settings there. Then controls and combat, yeah, the regular movement keys, vast. You can toggle crouch, you can hold crouch, you can have separate bindings for both of them as well. I think I'm gonna have hold on alt. And I'm gonna lose my walk keybind, which I want to have on control. I think I'm gonna have hold on walk as well. And yeah, because alt is usually free look for me, but there is no free look quite yet in this game, so I choose it to be on alt for now. Prone on Z, jump only. I do have on spacebar, and then mantle on V. V is a gadget bind originally, so I have swapped this a little bit. Auto run I have on backspace, it's also on a numpad, but I have a 10 keyless keyboard, so no numpad for me. Fire, and here also aim is, I think, original setting on toggle. I usually play hold on aim. And yeah, weapon 1, weapon 2, melee weapon, I think its original bind is on another button, but I put it on X because, yeah, I have that as a holster button. It's just what I'm used to. And you run quicker with the melee weapon in this game as well, so it can be good to have as a sprint or close to a sprint button. Switch to pistol, which is class gadget in Warfare. And yeah, that's different types of equipment your operator have. You can play different types of operators. The Assault, for example, has got a grenade launcher on that slot. Then you can have previous and next weapon on your scroll wheel if you like. Firing mode on B, tactical device. Can also swap that or something. I might have it on a mouse button later on. I'm not quite sure yet. Haven't got into that too much. And then also gadget 1 and gadget 2 I think is on V or V and G here. I have swapped it around a bit. I have on one of my side thumb buttons for the grenades and also on the scroll wheel. And otherwise, open parachute, cut parachute on jump and duck, and then hold breath on shift. You can deploy bipod, which is on yay, but I think you can also do it by just ADSing close to some cover where you want, where it would be possible to have bipod. Maybe I'm gonna swap that around as well. I haven't really thought about it quite yet, but maybe I'm gonna get something else for that. And also, you can have a rangefinder on K. Here is interact, rescue, execute. Yeah, it's an interact button. You can swap different modes for different types of things here as well. I guess it's rescue. You can choose to hold or toggle, which means reviving. Maybe. Hold is pretty good. If you get shot at while reviving somebody, it can be good to just let go and try to take the fight instead. Other interactions, this is like secondary actions. Carry, put down, extinguish fire, remove arrow, bug snapper. It's on H. It's if you get hit by different utilities and or if you need to extinguish fire in the different modes. Request rescue, yeah, it's if you want to shout for a medic in the warfare mode. Give up is also if you want to give up in the warfare mode and just respawn. Use meds or open med wheel. Call in attack, yeah, that's on 5. And yeah, meds is for the operations mode, while call in attack is in warfare. Cancel selection, back or second mouse button 2. Backpack scoreboard, you can also choose toggle and hold for each of these. Yeah, backpack is pretty nice to have on toggle. It's your inventory button. Map is on M. You can swap it around if you want to. Adjust minimap zoom. You can mark as well. I have my mark on a forward thumb button. Press to speak is press to talk. or push to talk. You can mute your teammates, activate flashlight, which might also need a better binding. I'm not certain yet how effective the flashlight is. I haven't played this too much yet, but yeah, we're gonna try and see. And then you have different vehicle settings. I think I have everything on default here, both for aircraft and for all other vehicles. Then we move on to screen, show performance parameters. That's showing your FPS and ping in the top corner. Always good to know if you have any difficulties with ping or with FPS, you might want to lower graphics settings, for example. And we're gonna get into the graphics settings after this one. Show detailed item pickup tips, which is pretty good, especially if you're new to the game and need to learn what all the different items do and how much they're worth, for example. So this is good to have turned on initially. Close backpack pickup tab when being attacked. Yeah, if you don't have hold on loot on your inventory, this is pretty good. If you get shot at, your inventory will close and you will be able to see and maybe return fire and save yourself in that situation. Minimap, if you wanted to rotate or not, in the infantry view distance. I think this is for warfare. I'm not certain yet what all these settings mean. If that is how far away you see somebody, in that case I would imagine the higher value the better. But yeah, I'm not certain yet. I haven't tested this quite yet. It says warfare, so it should be something for the warfare mode. I'm gonna test that later on as well. And yeah, warfare mode is actually very good. If you get some... I'm gonna get into that later on as well with the different modes. And yeah, here you have the graphics settings. I play with borderless windows since I'm streaming. I use OBS on my second monitor. And yeah, it's just nice to have if you wanna move and swap and move between your different monitors without any hiccups. Then you can choose a in-game FPS cap or play unlimited if you want to, depending on your settings and yeah, your monitor resolution. I can go all the way up to 240 on mine, but yeah, why not just play unlimited and see how much we can get. No VSync, never like VSync. And yeah, Nvidia Fast Sync is if you play with VSync. Oh no. But it's similar to VSync. Less latency input, they say, but I don't know. Default FOV, you can play up to 120. 90 is default. I like 90 as well. It gives you a little bit more zoom, I feel like. You get a broader view, broader perspective, of course, if you play higher. But it feels like you're further away from your character as well. And yeah, that's also a feeling type of choice, I would say. Scope magnification, yeah, you can have it on or off. It might significantly impact performance. When enabled, the scope effects will be more realistic, it says. So I play with it off. Weapon motion blur off, and reflections you can put to high. Texture filtering, I'm playing on extreme right now, but my settings are pretty good. I lower distortion to medium. It gives you less distortion to have it the lower. Scene details high, scene view distance on high. Depth of field I have on global illumination quality on extreme, because I do like yeah, when the lighting is good. The Unreal Engine is a very beautiful graphics engine, so if you want to play it with good graphics, you can certainly have these settings on extreme if you have the setup for it. My setup is kinda... it's not that good anymore. It used to be good a couple of years ago, or 3-4 years ago, but yeah, technology is evolving and my computer hasn't. So, but yeah, it's a 3090 graphics card, so it's still got a lot of VRAM. And yeah, as you can see here, if you play on a laptop or whatever, make sure you have your settings for your type of setup. I would imagine there are videos out there for you if you need any tips and tricks on that. These are my settings at least, and we move on to audio. Master volume, it can depend if you want to listen a lot for footsteps. It's a very loud game many times, especially in the warfare mode. It's chaotic and a lot of gunfire, explosions going off, so put something that's good for your ears. And yeah, music we can actually remove. Can have some in the background, I guess. And yeah, voice volume, if people start screaming a lot, you can lower this. Or voice broadcast, maybe it's something else. Channel, default name, this... yeah, this should be the voice channel, I guess, in between your squad. which you can lower or lesser, depending on if you want to. Entire squad up. Not sure what this is, chat channel. I guess it's if who you want to talk to in Warfare, but yeah, these are my audio settings. My own mic input button. Show player history on, profile management. Here you can choose your nickname, for example. You get a picked nickname for yourself in the start, and if you just press enter there, you can go back here and use change name to get the nickname that you want. And yeah, that's all of the settings, guys. If I were you, I would start operations mode and do the tutorial there. Remember to pick up all the stuff that you get in that tutorial, because you get to play versus a couple of NPC players. Oh, actually the FPS lock is here as well. I see now I have 60 FPS when I'm in the black site. So maybe I'm gonna out of match frame rate put that to unlimited as well, just to see how it feels here. Oh, it feels way better in the black site now. Yeah, this is like your hideout in comparison to Escape from Tarkov. You can yeah, you can go in here. You can choose leave black site and get into this menu instead. And yeah, here you have different types. You have mail, which is in-game mail. You get different credits for logging in every day. There are a lot of events as well, which you do get different types of in-game credits. And yeah, you complete different challenges. You unlock the currency. You unlock these type of tickets, recruit gear, which you can use to get the loadout fully for this mode. And also, should you lose all of your gear, if that you have in your stash, and all of your currency, your in-game currency, if you lose it all, say that you die a lot, you have a bad run or several bad runs in a row, then you can get out of this operations mode. You can swap into Warfare, which is the more battlefield, more arcade mode. And yeah, if you just have lost everything in operations, all your money is done in the bin, you have nothing remaining, you can go into this mode and just play a few casual games, do the different different events, and you will unlock these types of coupons, ornament vouchers, which you then can turn in for different loadouts in the operations mode. So how they have connected the different parts of the game is also very nice. So if you're feeling like to just have a casual run, you can do these daily challenges, for example, in the Warfare mode, and then your teammates are logging on, you want to go into the operations mode, you just head back here, you go into the collection, you have your different items here, you have daily challenge supply packs, so you get some extra items and currency from. You have these premium selection things. You get like these gear tickets. And I can show you how to use these gear tickets, for example. Then you can go to prepare. You want to join. You might want to play Zero Dam initiates the first map. And then you press on gear up. You can choose your gear here. But you can also click here on gear set. And here you get to choose. Yeah, maybe I want to use the elite gear set. I don't have any of those insufficient elite gear ticket right now, but you might want to use one of these or one of these recruit tickets. So you can get this car 15, this mini. You can also reroll these for technical alloys. We get a Uzi instead. We pick that. Boom! Using the gear set, we get a gear set, and then you're just back in action in operations and start to just. Maybe you find a good run, you have a really good run, you get a few kills, you get some other players good weapons and gear, and you bring that out, and you can start snowballing quickly that way as well. And yeah, never be afraid of using your gear either, since you have that opportunity to go into Warfare mode, and yeah, just have fun with the game. Well, that's it for me, and that's what you should do when launching Delta Force for the first time. If you learned anything in this video, press the thumbs up, give the video a like. If you want more types of video, more type of this content, Delta Force related ones, I'm gonna drop more regarding operators. They have several different operators and their different abilities, and yeah, their different strengths and weaknesses, I would say. I'm also gonna drop videos regarding different loadouts of the weapons, as it's a very deep and advanced gunsmith, where you can choose and optimize your weapons. You can also go to the firing range and both do small settings and more impactful settings for each of the weapons. So it's a very deep game. I'm gonna enjoy it a lot, and if you have enjoyed this video, like I said, press the thumbs up, press the subscribe for more type of this content, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.